All right, Dan. You can do a clicker bit?
Oh! How's that?
Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Thursday sit rep.
I didn't realize I came with the left-hand position here. So sorry, I forgot. It's been a while.
It's all good. We got a bunch of releases for you this weekend. We're excited for Friday, as always. But we've got some stuff to go through. So typically, we deal with a lot of pre-orders. Well, this week we actually have a kit that is dropping, ready for shipping right away. But I want to get through a couple of things first. So if you guys noticed today, this morning, the BKM Vault has dropped. So go ahead and head over there. There's a whole bunch of stuff that has come back from our retail stores that you can get your hands on now via the BKM Vault. Again, if you don't know how that works, basically the last Thursday of every month, we put up a bunch of stuff that has come back from our retail stores, not like from like a Holly's Haul, but more in the situation of the actual display models themselves. So you get some cool stuff along with that. They're kind of like an upgraded BKM kit, if you will.
A pre-loved BKM.
Exactly. So BOGO instructions are starting on Friday. Normally towards the end of every month, you will be able to get buy one, get one digital instructions, sticker packs.
Whichever is cheaper.
Whichever's cheaper. It should work. Yeah. So we've been doing this for a little bit now.
Or you put two instructions, you get the cheaper instructions free, two sticker packs, cheapest free. If you put two and two in, it's going to be whatever's cheapest.
Exactly. And then the last thing I want to get to before we hit our pre-order, so we've got a little bit of an update on Minifig Monday. So one of the things that we're going to do with our production line is switching some things over to higher quantities, less variety, so to speak. But you will then be able to get the modern Air Force pilot or whatnot, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
At a reasonable timeline, because they won't sell out in the first 30 minutes. So that's what we're going to try to do here. We're going to update Minifig Monday to higher amounts, a little bit less options, but at the same time, that means that they will stick around longer. So
yes.
hopefully
they
that
won't
is something.
sell out on the morning of restock.
Yeah, because we've got some feedback from you guys that is like, man, I wake up at 8:30 and your pilots are gone, and that's a bummer, and I totally get that. And so we're going to try to make some adjustments there. Anyway, so moving on to our pre-orders. So kicking off on 8 a.m. on Friday, we have a new Panzer IV. This was just recently designed, so let's kick things off to the guy who actually put the bricks together and hear a little bit more about the Panzer IV.
Welcome back to the Italian Design Studio Brickmaniacs. Andrea here presenting the newest Brickmania pre-order for this week. We are going back to ambush camouflage. So if you have been following us, we've been releasing a lot of ambush camouflage German armor in three-tone, tan, reddish brown, and dark green. We loved it, you loved it, so we made more, and here is the latest installment of the series, Panzer IV Ausf H. So let's go take a closer look at this week's pre-order. Here we go, so let's take a closer look at the Panzer IV Ausf H in ambush camouflage, coming to Brickmania this Friday. First thing I want to say, this is a prototype, so not all the colors will be what you see here, and most notably the road wheels will all be printed, and they will be printed dark tan because I've been experimenting with like dirty bottom of the tanks. So I've been using dark tan on the bottom to represent all the mud and dirt that got stuck in this area of my tank. So as you've seen it on the Stug 3 that recently released, and I think it's a good way to break up the build itself with some different colors. I think it looks good. Let me know if you enjoy that as well. So the top is all brick build camouflage, and it uses the same build as the recently upgraded Panzer IV. That was an Ausf G, this is an Ausf H. There's not many differences, most notably the air filter on the left side, some additional tracks on the front, the gun is a bit longer, and of course the turret is modified to apply the 3D printed, beautiful 3D printed side armor that we decided to apply only on the turret. We have a lot of prints on this tank to blend in the camouflage and add details. So from top to bottom, we start with the hatch that's printed, and you can close up taking your minifig out. Oops, I popped open the antenna. We have all the side skirts are printed. We have camouflage details on top of the turret, perfect caliber MG34. We have some more camouflage details on the back tiles where the grills are, and here where we have some more camouflage going on here, and of course the driver hatch is printed. All the road wheels will be printed to blend in with the rest of the tank. So overall, a very premium Panzer IV, and something you can't miss if you want to complete your ambush camouflage collection. We have more hatches here that you can open up to fit more figure inside. So overall, a very parts intensive build. I gotta say, the hull especially is brand new, and it comes together with a lot of small parts, so it's quite challenging compared to older Brickmania models. And yeah, I am very happy with how this looks. This rolls, of course, beautifully using the rubber tires, and yeah, this is the Panzer IV. That's it from Italian Design Studio Brickmaniacs. Remember, the Ausf H is coming this Friday for pre-order with an exclusive new minifigure by Drew and a whole new array of features and prints. So don't miss out if you want to complete your ambush camouflage collection. If you have suggestions for the next installment of the series, comment below. See you soon.
All right, Brickmaniacs, thank you very much for that check-in. Like I said, we have actually shipping, getting ready to go 4x4 Marines utility car in the classic series. You can see it on the turntable right now.
It's very classic. It's not a huge leap in Brickmania design technology. In fact, it's designed to be the opposite. It's a throwback to.
But that's the point, right?
A more elegant time.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It looks classic. It'll fit in with.
Absolutely.
You know, if you're doing an Iron Giant mock, this is the Jeep you need.
Guadalcanal. I was just watching the Thin Red Line last night.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. So that's getting ready to go. Great price point.
The difference. We just grabbed this. This is a prototype model. It's missing. It's. That's
what I was just about to say.
Yeah, it's missing its machine gun. It does have machine gun. It only has one of the two printed tiles on it. Yeah, you can look at the cover. I think I have. What's that in the instruction book?
It does come with a gun, we promise.
Yes,
there are pew-pews.
Yeah, pew-pew. Yeah, it does.
Exactly. So it's a little bit in the prototype phase still, like Dan said, with the one printed tile.
We grabbed it real quickly, not realizing there was pieces missing. Still.
And you can get the gist of exactly what you're going to get with the build itself. Yeah, okay, so let's move on here because I really love this.
Turntable. Woo! Look at that.
Pause for effect, and stop.
Right there.
So I really love this minifig. So this is the New Zealand SAS Special Air Service operator. Comes with a perfect caliber Mars L rifle. This is just a straight drop that I think a lot of people might have thought would have been included with a different kit or whatever, but this is literally just going to hit the web come Friday morning, and that is awesome.
Yes, this is
a fantastic looking figure.
This is sort of an Anzac Day thing. We realized the Anzacs are not just Australia. And we've sort of left New Zealand out last year. We didn't have a real New Zealand drop. So this year, focusing on New Zealand. I should also point out that this is something that's going to be paused for a while. A lot of the international figures, because of tariffs and because of things that make it difficult for customers to buy from us, and also, therefore we have to export it into a country that may be charging a lot of extra on taxes. Canada Day stuff this year. I'm just postponing. I just want to give everybody an update on what's going on because this one was already in the pipeline. There was some other New Zealand Anzac Day stuff and Canada Day stuff in the pipeline, all temporarily paused. We're not forgetting about you. In fact, it's the opposite. We don't want to put out international products and have people get penalized. Like, I want to buy this, but suddenly it's twice as much as it used to be.
Yeah.
So the New Zealand guy, he is there. He's there.
He is there, exactly.
And everybody should want this figure. It's an amazing figure. The
helmet alone. Yeah, right? I mean, that's elite.
Yeah. So
Absolutely elite.
It's very cool. And that Marzell rifle.
So do you think people have been watching this entire episode looking at this and being like, what is that doing on the table?
Let's get that into front and center in the camera.
Well, so as you guys may have noticed in our event page, there happens to be a holiday that overlaps with our anniversaries of our California
Not just
stores.
a holiday, the holiday.
the holiday.
Depending on your perspective.
So we decided, like, why not? Let's do it. So, Mare Island on the 3rd of May.
The Force will almost be with you.
The Force will almost be with you. Miramar on the day the Force will be with you. We are celebrating the anniversaries for our California stores, and we, of course, have some exclusive releases for you. This is actually part of a two-piece, yeah. I would say micro brick battle in the sense that it's built on the 1/120 scale, not necessarily incorporated into the game, but it's going to come with an awesome custom minifigure.
Look at that printing. But look at that printing.
And
Just printing on the wings. I mean,
come on, guys. How often do we do this? Yeah. Not very.
Yeah. This is a once in a decade moment right now.
Quite literally since the last time Brickmania put it out.
Yeah.
So if you're excited about this, if you understand what you're looking at.
But yeah, this is something else. This is something else. And the figure that it gets paired with is
pretty incredible.
Exceptional.
Yeah.
Sorry we can't make it available to everybody. I mean, it is available to everybody. You just got to show up.
So come on out. The 3rd at Mare Island, the 4th at Miramar. Make sure you hang out with us at our California store anniversaries, because that's where all this stuff is going to debut.
Flip-flopping it. Last year it was at San Diego first, and it's always been San Diego first, then Maryland. We're flip-flopping it this year, so the Northern California people can come out on a Saturday and not only enjoy the store. You come a couple hours early because you can have breakfast at the farmer's market. So you won't.
We will be. I'll tell you that.
You won't be able to pull right up to the front of the store because the farmer's market happens in Vallejo every Saturday morning. It's fantastic. The best food, best
so
coffee.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a ton of fun. It will add to the event. If you are coming for the Brickmania, stay for the chicken fajitas because they're awesome. Okay, so moving on from that. So that wraps up our new releases. Let's get into what's coming out on Monday. Not Monday. Let's talk a little bit about this is shipping. So, like we've said before, I apologize to the people who are just seeing this now. It's a bummer, but remember to pay attention to our pre-orders. So the Stug 3 is getting ready to ship. So if you are able to head to a Brickmania store, you will be able to get it in stores. Otherwise, I believe the pre-order has indeed sold out online. But you get a little showcase here now if you're waiting for it to show up in your mailbox of exactly what this beauty looks like, which is awesome.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Probably, my favorite Stug that we've done, and being the G model, the final model of production. Being the final model production, this would be one of the most prolific models of the Stug that would have been produced during the war. So you can use it for your mocks, anything 1942, 1943, and later to the end of the war. These things replaced Panzers. They replaced tanks in a lot of roles. So started out as an infantry support vehicle, ended up being a really effective tank hunter, so an ambush vehicle.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, but I love this. Just seeing this one put together, I thought it was a fantastic model. I want one.
So anyway, that's getting ready to ship to retail stores. Wait for the restock for the rest of you who didn't get it in the pre-order. So make sure to pay attention to those when they roll out. Just like, this is a segue, Dan.
Okay.
It's a great segue.
Oh.
Just like this other kit, which a whole bunch of other people reach out to us and tell us that they missed out on. That's the Winter Tiger 1.
Yes,
because the Winter Tiger 1 has become, quite frankly, iconic for.
Well, it's a good price. It has a lot of great details in it. Very unique. Does come with a crew that's specific for this.
You get a little upgrade option, absolutely.
So it's a great vehicle. We've not been able to produce enough of these. This has been like we've had to elbow other kits out of the way in the production queue in order to make this restock happen. So we hear you. Last one was gone like that, and hopefully we'll have enough in this batch that everybody wants one. We'll get one. We don't have to make it again for. I mean, we're like 4 months, 5 months. But
you hear the subtext of what Dan is saying, which is basically that, like, sorry, last time these sold out really quick. So if you're watching this video right now and you want the Tiger 1, I would wake up a little early on Just make sure you got it. It's probably a good call. We've also got some stuff getting ready to ship. So the M8 Greyhound, the Buffalo, and the Ukrainian unmanned ground vehicle are getting ready to roll. Then we have some minifigs coming for Minifig Monday. So I think you were polite with production, considering we just talked about how minifigs were going to be in larger batches and smaller quantity. And as you can imagine, if you throw a horse into those printing elements, you create even more complications in UV. So both of the French cavalry and the German cavalry from World War I, the Lancers, are coming back on Monday. If you want these figures, please get them now, because I think that there are going to be some dynamics that are going to change that are going to make them a little bit more difficult to produce in quantity.
This is like a once-a-year figure, too.
Yeah.
We've put out single batches, I believe, of each one. Or maybe the German one twice. I don't remember, but it's difficult because it takes up such a huge block of production.
If this is your bag, buy them now.
Paul Revere sold out last week in minutes.
Yes, exactly. The horses are big. Yeah. So we've got the Marsoc Raider back as well on Monday. That's another super popular fig. And then finally we have the Battle of the Bulge Paratrooper.
So another one that we can't make enough of.
And again, is also kind of an army builder figure. So people will regularly repeat purchase them. So again, if it's one that you want to one-off in your collection, or however you build however you want. But again, pay attention, because sometimes by the time I'm literally typing the captions for our social media posts, something is gone already, and I feel bad when I put it out there.
Well, the 101st Squad Pack, good example of, you only need one of these, but the 101st Standalone Soldier, he's just a generic soldier.
You can build as much as you need. Yeah.
You fill your foxholes.
So where are you going this weekend, Dan? Oh, wait, hold on. Let's play Where's Dan?
Okay.
Where are you this weekend?
Brick Slopes, Colorado. So Denver, Colorado. Haven't been to Colorado in 10 years. Me personally. I don't know if Brickmania's done a show in the meantime in Colorado. If we have, it was not in the last 5 years or so. But yeah, Denver, Colorado. Last time I was there, we set up in a VFW. It was on our way back from, I believe on our way back from the first World War breakout in California. 2015? I think it's 2015. So I'm looking forward to this. Brick Slopes is one of the best. It's definitely among the top tier of all of the Lego fan events. It is a fan festival, convention, everything you know. If you're an AFOL want to display, this is a great place to do it.
Do you have some stuff from the GHQ event that you're able to bring out?
I do.
That's what I wanted to talk about. So you do have some stuff.
I do have stuff. I have some things, and I've seen some things and done some things. And yes. So there. If you were looking for a certain
duo,
minifig duo pack, I will have a significant quantity with me.
Awesome.
So yes, and I did just on the same note. We did send some. We will be sending a few to each of the stores, retail.
Great.
So if Colorado's a little bit out of your like quick drive distance, head to one of the Brickmania stores. But maybe call ahead, see what they got.
Just make sure they got it in inventory.
If they're not there yet, they're coming soon.
The people who hunt for the Road Store exclusives know what's going on. So awesome, great. Again, California, May 3rd in Mare Island, May 4th in Miramar. Make sure you come out and check out our excellent galactic themed events.
And don't forget to pre-order the Panzer IV, because it's going to go the way of the Stug, and you're not going to get another chance to order it for months and months and months and months. I can't reiterate that enough.
You heard the guy.
I have to make the schedule, and trying to like put all these pieces of the puzzle together is like it blows my mind. Try to make everybody happy, but I can't.
Brickmaniacs is being honest with you. Make sure you take this information to heart. This is what we hear on our Tuesday meetings.
Yeah. Dan crying, the tears in the bricks.
Can't do it. All right, wonderful. Well, I think you have your fill of BKM entertainment for this weekend. So Brickmaniacs, I bid you adieu. Thank you very much for watching.